Hello everyone, Carrington here from Open Heart Games. We are back with our live playthrough of the Tyranny of Dragons. We're so excited to be back. We unfortunately had some folks that weren't able to make it last time, but we are back at it and we are continuing our playthrough of Tyranny of Dragons. Back with another council session. We have some guests here. Very excited for that. So welcome back, Councillor Froome, and welcome back, Councillor Ramilla Haventree. Before we jump into the meat of the session, does anyone have anything neat that they've been watching or doing or anything like that?
The first module for the game that I helped create has gone for sale on DriveThruRPG.
Oh, very cool.
So if you check out the Midnight World on DriveThruRPG, which is a positive mental health focused survival horror RPG in the flavor of Call of Cthulhu and World of Darkness, but with wanting a positive focus on mental health rather than, oh, well, you're crazy, so game over.
What was the name of it again?
The Midnight World.
Very cool. I will drop a link into the chat for those who want to check it out. Sounds very cool. Role-playing.
It is wonderful, and I can't help but recommend it more. I was a customer before I helped make it better.
Awesome. That's really cool. We'll definitely have to check out the Midnight World, and I'll definitely take a look at it. You said it's on free RPG, or it's on DriveThruRPG right now?
Both the core book and the an initial adventure module are for sale currently on DriveThruRPG.
Very cool.
We've hit silver status already on our DriveThru.
That's amazing.
That's sweet.
That's incredible. Love to see it. I have one thing that I got today. I couldn't help myself. This came out today, and this came out at the shop. This chonky dragon.
I was about to say you got the chonky boy.
I had to. This is from the new D&D movie that's coming out. I'm going to butcher his name because it's a draconic name and not for mortals to pronounce. But Themberchaud, he's in the city of Gracklslug, which is in Out of the Abyss, that module. He's in there for like a hot second, but apparently we're going to see Chris Pratt deal with this guy. But he's so cute. Red dragons are my favorite, and this is the best red dragon chonky thing. And now I have him, and he's just gonna hang out here. We also got our 2020.
Actually, I was just going to correct you. It's Chris Pine, not Chris Pratt.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's me, Chris Pratt. Forgot. Yes, Chris Pine. My mistake.
You notice I prefaced that with actually, which is the international geek correction.
You didn't
password.
say it. You didn't say it in the right cadence.
I hope you pushed your glasses up while you did it.
That's
did.
the
In
proper
fact,
cadence.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be along these lines. Actually.
I should have some more nasal in my voice.
Yes, Chris Pine, my mistake. We got our second medal as well. We have 2 medals now. We have 2 gold medals. This was for last year for meeting our goal. Actually, it's going over $1,000, but we also met our goal this year. As you can see right here, we are gunning for $5,000 raised for our charity, which is a big part of what we do here at Open Heart Games. If you like what we do, that's one of the big ways that you can support us here on the channel. So by donating to that, you can go right here to extra-life.org/open-heart-games, and you can donate directly to us. All the proceeds, we don't touch a dime, go directly to helping children in our local children's hospital, Roanoke Carillion Children's. So, awesome. I finished the second season of Legend of Vox Machina. I enjoyed it. Some people said it felt rushed. Maybe those people watched the second season of watched all of Critical Role. I have not. This is like watching Vox Machina is like watching like the condensed the condensed down version of all the stuff that's in Critical Role. Especially that first campaign. But anyway, I think the world's cool and the characters are neat, and obviously if you get a whole bunch of very, very talented voice actors to play D&D, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, what if we had these same voice actors play their characters in
I really like the animation.
Yeah, the animation is incredible.
It takes me back to my, it's a little anime. It's a little, it's a lot Ralph Bakshi. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Return of the King animated movie. It's really, really bloody.
Yeah.
But yeah, it fills you with nostalgia.
Mm-hmm. They definitely do not hold much back, and it's not for kids.
No. Although a lot less sexual innuendo, nothing. A lot less sexual content in the second season than the first one.
Yeah, agreed. But I mean, if you're looking for a mature story, one that goes in a lot of different places, check out Vox Machina, The Legend of Vox Machina on Amazon. And if you're watching it and you have a Prime account, you can subscribe to our channel for free. So there's my shameless plugs. I still have to catch up on Bad Batch as a huge Star Wars fan. I just haven't had time. Been so busy. So. Well, I guess with that, since we've descended into full, digressions, does anyone have anything else before we jump into our council session?
Oh, I got a small one, but a funny one.
I'm ready.
So, I have recently decided to get into Warhammer. Somebody should boo me because it's expensive. But with that, I've started to read up on Warhammer lore and specifically all the races. Can I just say that Warhammer Orcs might be my favorite thing ever?
One of my favorite things is when someone discovers Warhammer Orcs and they're just like...
Fantasy or 40K?
40K. When they literally just like stick two pieces of something together, and they're... So the lore is that they're latently psychic, and they just like... But they don't know it, and so they just stick two pieces of things together, and they're just like, this should work. And because they think that it works, it does. So they have these just like ramshackle buggies that if anywhere else were to try and drive them, they would just fall apart. There's very Mad Maxian looking, I'm just going to call them goons, running around just causing havoc, and they just want to fight. That's all they want.
Yes.
They're also spores.
Yeah.
Yep, they're also spore people.
Mm-hmm. They're also funguses.
They're basically 12-year-olds. And they use the power of imagination to do dumb stuff.
Yep.
They have a malleable pig race of beasts that they use for literally everything.
Talking about squigs?
Yes, squigs.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, they become whatever they want. It is the most in a very grimdark fantasy setting, they are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Like, literally, through finding and reading up on the lore, my favorite thing is that they believe that this one general of the Imperial Army is so dope, and he put one of their claw weapons on their arm, which shouldn't work. However, because the orcs believe it's rad, he is rad. just because they believe in him.
Yep. He had the ability of, like, if you killed him in the game when I played, he would just get to stand back up and keep fighting. And so, like, you could, like, literally run over him, and he would just be like, ah! And then just, like, keep fighting the orcs behind you, and you have to watch out for him. But yeah, he's silly. Yep.
Can I make a book recommendation?
Please.
Just under the category of this would make a great RPG, fantasy RPG setting or whatever. The Black Tongue Thief. And I will get the author. It's Christopher Buehlman, Buehlman. One of the best. I mean, I'm so jaded on on fantasy novels. They all seem pretty tropey and that sort of thing. But the Black Tongue Thief was just a fantastic novel, and I would just love for somebody to run with it and make an RPG out of it. It's such a great
Great
world.
story.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just the culture, the way magic works, all of it.
First off, that book cover is awesome.
It is a great book cover, isn't it? Yeah.
You said Black Tongue Thief?
Yeah, it's called The Black Tongue, all one word, Black Tongue and Thief. Christopher Bullman, and I'm just dying for him to come out with another one soon because it's just beautiful. Really.
All right. Since we're on Twitch, I will put the Amazon link in hopes that
that Daddy Bezos
blesses us with his presence. Yeah, there it is. And you're not wrong. It looks so metal. That cover, it's really cool.
Well, if we're talking books and you want something fantasy that's totally not tropey, read Glenn Cook's The Black Company.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
He's not wrong about that. No, The Black Company is very much a turns a lot of tropes on their heads. It's really good.
back to miniatures, and what I'm excited for.
Feels like Oprah's favorite thing. Right?
Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah. We got a few minutes.
Atomic Mass Games announced at the beginning of the month a new Star Wars game coming soon to a tabletop near you in Shatterpoint. And from the looks of it, they are slow releasing out the information. We've learned kind of what it is. We've learned kind of what cards do. We've kind of learned how things get built together. But you've got Star Wars Armada, big, massive army in the sky fighting each other. You've got X-Wing, small, epic dogfights with iconic characters. You've got Star Wars Legion, big ground unit army fighting, very similar to 40K. And Shatterpoint is going to be what I think is the X-Wing equivalent to the ground fight, where we're going to have some epic confrontations and battles, using iconic characters both from a primary standpoint to supports and secondaries. It features your team for the battle is comprised of 2 squads, and what is going to be particularly unique, unlike the other games I mentioned, is you are going to be able to mix and match if you want to. It's not a hard set rule, but playing with friends, you can mix and match good and evil.
That's fun.
You just have to stay with it, and you can create some wild what-if scenarios for why Darth Vader and old Obi-Wan are fighting together, or why Darth Maul and new Obi-Wan are fighting together on your squad. And it looks like there's going to be some objective-based, some combat, fantastic scenery pieces. The real beauty of it is the core set that's coming out in June is going to have everything for 2 people to play, which is always nice, because the one thing that keeps me away from miniatures normally is, you got the core set, but if you really want to play, you're going to need to pick up this, and you need to go pick up this, and you're going to need to pick up this, and all of a sudden you're like $8,000 deep, just to get started. So it looks fun, looks promising. I'm looking forward to learning more as the information comes out, but it looks like it's going to be the X-Wing equivalent of ground combat, where you get to just have the epic encounters between key characters. And
now, if everybody will just look underneath your chair.
There you go. So I will say here's what sold me on the game is the name of the first two expansions. The first expansion has Count Dooku and some Magna droids and whatnot, and it is labeled as Twice the Pride. Love that, and Obi-Wan Kenobi with Commander Cody, and that expansion is called Hello There. So that is what sold me on the game.
Hello there.
Yep.
Hello there.
These are some people. These are fans, right? These
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are not people.
Yeah, they really went into it. If you learn more about how your squads are built within your teams, you are forced into taking a primary, a secondary, and a support team to build the squad. So you're kind of forced into making sure you have a balanced squad. So all in all, it looks really cool. And those expansions are like complete.
Yeah, comes
Like
with everything.
Like you could literally just buy those two and smush pieces of them together.
Yep.
It's really, really cool how they're rolling this out.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So we, in typical Open Heart Games fashion, we've spent 20 minutes on our preamble. So I guess let's go ahead and jump into the meat of today's session, which is as I mentioned before, is a council session. So we have our party who is going to begin speaking with the council. We have 3 council members here today: Ontharr Farum, Rumella Hiventree, and I will be playing the part of Laeral Silverhand, and we will go from there, I guess.
Point of order: do we have enough people for a quorum?
A quorum?
We have 3 council members.
Yeah, that's enough.
50% plus 1.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So if the council's 5 members, you're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. We're good to move on. I'm going to put these in here.
Hi, council. How are you?
Oh, it's the little one again. Hello,
Yep.
little one.
Oh, you're back.
My, you've grown.
Really? Maybe I'm just carrying myself different. I don't feel any bigger.
Well,
I see a little bit of wisdom in your eyes.
Aw, shucks. Thanks.
Laeral looks at Rumella and says, "Need I remind you that this council session has been called due to address the concerns that we have had about our representatives going astray against our instructions?"
You're such a stickler for rules, Laurel. I understand. It's all right. Go on. Carry on.
When last we met, we had asked for you to stay in Waterdeep, but unfortunately you did not follow instructions.
Got the job done, though, didn't they?
Daggers. She stares at you. She says, "I would ask that our agents, who are currently on very thin ice, speak for themselves. Why did you leave? What did you learn? And what happened? Give us an account." Who wishes to give an account? Any member of the party?
I missed the dragon murders. So I opt out.
Rillick or Zed?
I was going to say, Patrick, you could start the story.
We threatened a bird.
Yeah. No, we're leaving my extortion out. No one witnessed it. Thus, it didn't happen.
That's right. You can't prove it.
the oldest druid question in the book. If the tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really fall?
Anyway, go ahead and...
Out of character, you're not going to want Zed to do this because he does not take these things seriously.
All right, go ahead.
So, Well, we were given a lead on a possibility of dragons, and when we followed, we laid an ambush for a green dragon rider.
Yeah, there was.
There was a green dragon rider.
Mm-hmm.
And a green dragon.
And managed to follow them back to their lair.
It was
Whereas
spooky.
through no means of extortion of animals or any other fashion.
No, in no way.
Oddly specific. Continue. How did you discover this dragon?
Well, there was a slightly shady leader of an elven village, and through his actions being very odd, we found him waiting to converse with said dragon rider, and when they came back, we laid a trap for him.
I see. And you then followed this dragon to its lair. What happened then?
Patron will look around like, well, I got a little drunk.
We followed the dragon rider to his lair. Pip says, nobody else is going to talk. I'll do it. And it was behind a waterfall. And we proceeded to engage the dragon and his rider with extreme prejudice. We figured since he was a green dragon, it was a good idea not to leave him breathing.
I see.
He kind of looks over at Ramalia Haventry and kind of winks, you know.
Well, don't we have the rider as our prisoner?
You do. And he will be dealt with separately, but I want a full accounting of what happened.
I almost got ate by the dragon.
And we are very glad that you did not. So the dragon was slain, and the elven village was saved, was it not? Along with countless others? Is that to be my understanding?
Yes.
That is correct.
Not to think about, yeah.
Council of Froome, what do you make of this?
It sounds as though might has won this day. Might made right, and we serve justice. I think this was the right thing to do.
Councillor Haventry, who I am sure had nothing to do with providing the information that our heroes needed in order to find this particular dragon.
Oh dear. Yes, I think it is what we always suspected. The dragon cult is up to no good, as I have pointed out on many occasions, and I applaud our adventurers for their initiative and for showing chutzpah and moxie. Yes, I'm using the word moxie because I like it.
And a certain je ne sais quoi.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Elven.
The simple fact of the matter is, whether or not... The simple fact of the matter is that our agents, who are under the direction of the council, disobeyed a direct order, sought out a dragon and its rider, slew said dragon, captured said rider, and returned with a prisoner who may have information that may be useful, against the wishes, wills, and orders of the council. These are the facts. My dear agents, do you agree that these are the facts?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we weren't supposed to leave?
She stands up and says,
I don't think we were.
then it is, as leader of this council, my responsibility to offer to this group my thanks for having the foresight and the kindness to go and save this village.
You hear Haventry say, "Oh, thank God." Kind of a little bit below her breath, but just kind of like, "Oh, she isn't going to be a pill about it."
That being said,
I've heard everything after the butt, or everything before the butt doesn't really count.
Mm-hmm. We have come into... You have put the council in a bit of an awkward position. We have been visited by another council that wishes to have emissaries visit them. And we had to delay our meeting. They were very anxious to do so, but said that they did have time. So in the future, if you're going to engage in any kind of clandestine operations or other movement outside of the knowledge of the council, I ask that you at least leave a note so that we might not be caught unawares. It makes for awkward negotiating. Do you not agree, Councillor Froome? Councillor Froome?
In these moments, in these moments, it is sometimes the light from upon high that we must listen to, more than necessarily the rules in front of us. I'm glad that in this moment they had the foresight to listen to the righteous heart beating within them.
Here. Bumble.
Well, there is not a moment to lose. We have, as I had mentioned, received an invitation from another council. This council could offer the forces, the allied forces of Waterdeep, a great amount of resources, and we would hear them out. We would ask, as our agents, if you would please meet with this council and assess if they are able to help and how we may help them. What say you, heroes?
Well, why not?
Excellent.
Yeah, I guess.
And this is for Pip's character. She says, "Then, if I may, I would like to introduce you to Elia, and I'll let you describe however you wish. This character, who bears the invitation from this other council."
Okay, so you want me to introduce it?
You can just tell them who you are and invite them to this place. Then we'll take a very short break while I literally go in and just change people's names, and then we'll come back.
So I'm kind of improvising here. So this is a representative from the Dragon Council,
Mm-hmm.
and is it the
The silver.
bronze dragon?
Oh yeah.
The silver.
Oh wait. Anthar, were you the
I'm
the
not
silver
the
dragon?
silver.
What's the name? Brass Eleuthera.
Ah, very good. Never mind then. I will take this one because our silver dragon person was not able to make it, unfortunately.
I mean, I can wing it. No pun intended.
Yeah. Then be the who would like to either Froome or Mela, who would like to wing it
For the silver?
for a dragon who is polymorphed into a human.
Ah.
I'm gonna go
A human or a half dragon?
A human. Go for it.
So I think that she would probably have she would look like a very tall elf,
Mm-hmm.
But with sort of silvery hair and wearing silver waistband and silver bracelets and kind of silver everywhere. Loose fitting, almost like I Dream of Jeannie pants. And she would walk in the room, and instinctually she would duck her head because she's used to being a dragon, and she'll sort of smooth her outfit out a little bit, and she will say, "The Council of Metallic Dragons welcomes the heroes from Waterdeep to a," and then she looks at a piece of paper, "a council of dragons. Mind your manners." How's that?
Sounds great. And as I understand it, says Lady Laeral Silverhand, you'll be providing them transport as well.
She looks down at the scroll and says, "Yes, we will be providing transport. Dress warmly."
All right. And with that, the council says, Lady Laeral Silverhand says, "I hereby declare that this council session is adjourned, and we will see our heroes soon, I do hope. Please bring back word of the requests of the dragons, and we will see and what they can offer, and we will do what we can." All right, everyone, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break while I'm literally just going to change a couple of names, so don't go away.
And look under your seat, because you might find a copy of Midnight World.
Or a chunky dragon. All right, we'll see y'all soon.
Or a chunky dragon.
Hey everyone, we are back with our playthrough of Tyranny of Dragons. The party is now about to have they've gotten on the back of a flying dragon. The dragon is taking them high into the mountains, where they will be meeting with the Council of Dragons. And this is one of my favorite arts, by the way, from the module is this one right here. It's got a bunch of cool looking dragons. It's got the Drakhorn going on. And honestly, if you just want to keep that up there like that, that would be awesome for this part of the council session. So
what I was going to do.
I absolutely love it. So as this dragon drops the party off and flies away, suddenly 3 enormous shapes appear on the horizon and begin flapping towards them. And I will go ahead and let each person introduce. So we'll start with, and I'm going to let you take a crack at your names. We'll start at the very top with, I think it's Eleuthera?
Eleuthera.
Mm-hmm.
Eleuthera is a brass dragon that has the tendency to look down his nose at you. He's studying you, judging you, weighing every disposition of you. But he does not find you unnecessarily uncertain. He is more deciding what it is you might be of use.
Guys, we got a dragon in front of us.
And then suddenly next to you lands another dragon. Nimmer.
That's pronounced Nymor.
Nymer.
Nymor.
My mistake.
Nymor, the bronze dragon. And I am happy to be here with my cousin. And I find humans absolutely wonderful. You are so interesting, humans, dwarves, and little creatures. You are all so interesting. I find you endlessly fascinating. Oh, I'm so happy. And he taps his hands together.
And I will be playing the part of Protanther, the gold dragon, a leader of this council, and a former king of justice, which is a royal title amongst gold dragons. But I do not care particularly for humans or elves. But I believe that we can find and reach an accord that everyone will be agreeable with. I may seem a bit detached and slow to act, but I do believe that I have the best interests of the realm in hand. My fellow dragons, thank you for joining me on such short notice. Tiny.
To be an momentous occasion, though, so it is good that we have gathered.
Yes, and perhaps later we can feast upon something. Small ones, can you hear us and understand us?
You guys, there's 3 dragons here. This is so cool.
Yes, I would actually. So he said he was the Hand of Justice.
The
Was his former
King
title?
of Justice. A royal title. Yes. My name is Protanther. You may Go ahead.
I would actually walk up to him and hand him a little golden canary.
See, Protanther, I told you humans are amazing.
It has been some time since I have traveled outside of my lair, and I did forget to bring my spectacles from home, but I do believe that is a dwarf.
Sorry, you cut out there, Karen?
Oh, I said, I do believe that is a dwarf. Scientifically speaking.
That's a canary.
Well, it's a wooden canary to be precise.
Yeah,
And,
and
yeah,
it's
this
gold.
is a dwarf.
It's gold, just like mine.
It is gold.
And he takes the canary and breathes a little bit on it, and the canary actually comes to life and flies away.
Wow. I want to learn how to. Can you teach me how to do that?
Perhaps.
Nymer leans over with his enormous neck and whispers into the ear of Protanther. And he's basically explaining to him the significance of the gold canary, because not that Protanther as a gold dragon doesn't understand, but it's been a while.
Yeah, specifically, the golden canary I handed him was to represent I'm gonna butcher this so bad.
Dragon names!
Borcad, the Claw, the Bahamut's original Hand of Justice.
Oh, the original King of Justice. Wow.
Yes, I believe that is Bokan.
It comes from the back of the throat. You have to say it from the back of the throat.
Yes, I know who Bukan is. Shall we get down to, pardon the phrase, brass tacks?
I got hold of that So many millennia ago.
I will whisper to Zed. I can't tell if that's meant to be an insult or is that meant to be like just a joke.
The the brass tacks joke. I think he was making fun, poking fun at the brass dragon because see he's made a brass and he said brass tacks. Yeah.
Actually, yes, that was. Well, you see, developed so much time ago because of libraries. We were taking a tax for all of the necessary information that was coming in and out, so it became known as brass tacks.
That's a cool fact.
Dragon facts.
Add it to your book.
Never knew that dragons could make dad jokes.
Shall we?
I have a lot of children.
Yes,
We have come to address the possibility of this cult of the dragon, that it is a potential threat, if it even is so. So, my friends, we have agents who have spoken to us about your exploits, but we have asked you here to give your assessment of the threat that this cult poses. So,
and Nymer, very uncomfortably does not understand the difference between space or is not quite aware of its frightening presence. So it just kind of moves its neck over it and is sort of studying each of you individually.
I will. Let's see. Let's ask Rillick. You there? Bird thing. You are short-lived, so this would probably affect you more than anyone. Tell me, what do you make of the threat of this cult? Is Rillick there? Did we lose Rillick?
Oh no!
Maybe he's back.
Really? You there?
Hello, friend. Come in if you can hear me.
It's gonna be one of those days.
Paging Dr. Rillick.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, there we go. They
Yes.
For some reason my mic got changed to something different on Discord.
Neat.
Happens.
That
Often.
happens so
That's
much.
like for
This Dragon Council's turning into a Zoom call. at work.
yeah.
I believe you have
And I-
a filter. Anyway, sorry.
Hello.
You look
Can,
like
can you see my
Mac.
screen?
No.
Protanthor, you are muted.
Anyways, go ahead,
You're
Rillick.
still muted. You're still.
All right.
Guys, how do we take the dog ears off?
You then.
So
Go ahead.
my opinion is that we've got to stop this cult by any means necessary. And I intend to do it.
By any means necessary is a dangerous proposition.
They're a dangerous cult.
But I
Look
mean,
how
a
brave
cult is
they
a
are,
small
Protan.
group of people. They are not very popular. So, by definition, if they are cults,
What did you make of this, Nymor?
Cults are never good, and even among the humans, but a dragon cult in particular, need I remind you of the incident? Could they be so bold?
As to do what, Nymer?
as to gather themselves together. Are you going to make me say it, Protanther? Are you really going to make me say it?
Of course, but do not worry, we have time. Humans do not age nearly as quickly in our presence as they do when they leave. Continue.
Cults are fractious. They fight among themselves. But this cult, am I right, adventurers? It seems to be organized. It seems that they are working together. Not fighting amongst themselves as much.
It would seem that they are doing so.
I'm asking the hero.
Oh, the heroes. Would you say that they are working together, heroes? Let's call on Mordok. Calling on everyone who's not here at the moment.
No, I was here.
Everyone with a broken microphone.
I was no, my microphone is fine. You just didn't want to hear me chewing a cracker.
Says you.
I mean, maybe you did. I don't know.
Munch,
but,
munch. Mordok's just sitting there, just eating crackers.
I'm just eating crackers. Yeah. That's...
Eating is afterwards, small
What was the question? I'm sorry.
The question is, how organized and how much of a threat is this cult?
The cult is very organized. How much of a threat? I would say significant. They had a sky castle, which they don't have anymore.
Oh, I do hate those. Only dragons should fly amongst the clouds.
Well, there's
And you
one
have
last.
seen no signs of infighting.
Oh, there's infighting in the cult, yes.
Ah?
Interesting. You must understand this, human. You must understand this, we folk. We as dragons, our lives are millennia long. We have long memories, and we can remember the multitude of times that your kind have burned and scorched the earth into dust, only to have it rise again with the next generation. Building and burning, assembling and destroying seems to be a cycle, a natural cycle of your kind. I am not interested in dragons joining this cycle of destruction and reconstruction. We can wait it out as we always have.
If I may, great Protanther.
Can you wait out if they're successful and they bring Tiamat here?
He said it. He said it. I told you.
Do you believe that these upstarts, these would have the ability to do this? An unfair question. He looks at his two draconic counterparts and says, "Do you think that they have the ability and the capacity and the wherewithal to do it?"
Do we have any evidence of it? Have you recovered anything that would indicate that they are doing such a thing?
Yeah, that's all you, Zed.
I was actually going to ask, do we know yet what the dragon masks are for? Have we been given that information?
Yes, that they're going to assemble them into the mask of the Dragon Queen and do stuff.
So, yes, they have begun collecting the ancient dragon masks. And they plan to assemble them all.
I told you.
This is most distressing news indeed.
Do we still have the black dragon mask, by the way?
I think so.
I was gonna.
That has it.
Wait, mask? You mean this one?
And you watch this little kobold go deep into his little satchel and pull out the black dragon mask.
And Nymer gets uncomfortably close to Zed and lays his head directly on the ground right next to him. His breathing is actually like blowing you back a little bit, Zed. And he says, "Look, it is one of the little servant folk. And look what he has, Protanthor. I told you."
So you did indeed. Very interesting.
Look, if our sister Otalakronos was here, she would remember that we have been hunted by these races before too, just as much as our romantic brothers.
Aye.
Yes, but unlike us, they have choices. We are races. We, cousin, never got to choose. But they're remarkable. These creatures, they're so short-lived. But they make choices. They make choices. Look, this little one, he is from from the servant race, and yeah, and we know how they serve the dark, chromatic dragons. But look, he's here, and he's doing something good. I just tell you, they are amazing.
Yes, but their capacity for good is just as high as their capacity for evil.
There is something different about this particular kobold. And he reaches out his claw and says, "Small one,
Yeah.
come."
Okay.
Get into the claw. Go ahead now. Get in the claw.
Hops into his hand.
He brings it up to him, and instead of like fear, you feel calm. He says, "There is something remarkably familiar about you."
Well, this is our first time meeting, so like, I don't think we've met each other. I've only met a handful of dragons. There's a blue one named Lenny. There was a white one. Didn't get his name. He just kind of yelled at us. And then there was a green one. Also didn't catch his name. He was too feisty. But I don't think we've met.
Interesting. Perhaps not. But I believe that perhaps we have. Maybe not in this life, but in a past one. Very interesting. I would wish to keep this relic from the cult, and I believe that we may be able to do so better than you.
I kind of like it, but you're probably right. I don't know. Are you gonna just put? I can sense that you want to do good things with it. So yeah, I guess you can have it.
He kind of just leaves it in the hand as he hops off of the claw.
Yes, I do believe that you have a fine point, Pratanta. These dragon masks are not something that we can trust with these small races.
I believe.
I mean, I just like it because it looks cool. It looks like my pet dragon.
I point back to Valdis.
Yeah, about that.
I could easily give you a mask that looks like your friend, if that is what you wish.
So, like a trade?
Sure.
Yeah,
So
we can trade.
Is it? Nymar looks really sort of stern for a second at Valdis, and then at Zed and says, "Is it your intention to raise a black dragon?"
I mean, I love dragons so much. I love you all so much. Um, I guess yeah, technically I'd be raising one, but mostly we're just friends and we live together and and we do cool things together. She saved us a couple times in combat and stuff. And I've saved her in combat and stuff. Um, so we kind of just exist together.
You see a smile come across Nymore's face. "Bring the black dragon to me."
What are you gonna do to her?
"Fear not, little one.
Come here,
Bring the
Valdis.
black dragon."
Valdis will just like a cat that is in a very crowded room. She just kind of like slinks over next to Zed.
It's okay, girl.
And Nymar looks at Rotanthor and he says, "With your wisdom and your gaze, test this creature and tell me if it has the heart of a black dragon or something else."
He will take one single claw and touch it to Valdis's head. Very curious. This creature born of evil. No. This creature was destined for evil purposes. But it was taken care of, shown care, concern. Dare I say it? Love. It has turned its heart. Well, not as virtuous as us, of course. It does seem to be different. It feels
You see,
different.
Rotanthor, you see what I am saying, right? You see, there is hope.
So, you propose to be their parents?
Who, me?
No, no. You, Nimur. You feel that we must be the parents for the lesser races then. Watch over them. Keep them little trinkets. Make sure that they are being good little boys and girls.
Oh, you. Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we?
Only if we keep it out of a bronze penny.
My good friends, perhaps we can instead discuss the gold standard.
Oh.
Patron will literally slap his
Okay,
forehead.
I'm out. That's what it is. Yeah.
Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
I do not propose to be their guardian or their protector. But I do say that there is hope. That they may be able to do what even we cannot do. They can give the chromatics a choice.
I will offer something to you. In my time as King of Justice, I took my duties to be very seriously. I took them to be perhaps too seriously, and never took the time to find a proper mate. But, with leaving me with no clutches of my own to take care of, instead, the realms themselves and its people were my children. This creature, Valdis, you call her. She will undoubtedly outlive you. And she will wander this world alone. But she will not. When you are too old to take care of her, I will take her beneath my wings, and I will help her in any way I can.
Well, that's quite nice of you.
Daimar looks rather smug at his brass dragon cousin.
So. But for the moment, tell me, I propose, as the leader of this council, that we provide, you have moved me with your words, that we provide these people with some amount of assistance. But I have conditions. I do believe that there is a member amongst that there is at least one member of elven kind who can speak upon their behalf. I would request a formal apology for the abomination that was the Draco-Rage Mythal all those millennia ago. Do you think that you can ascertain this?
Yeah, an apology about a Draco... What?
The Draco-Rage Mythal. It
Is
was...
that the thing that we keep hearing that keeps, like, buzzing and calling us?
Oh no, that is the Drakhorn. Completely different thing. I understand all this Draco stuff may seem a bit overwhelming and confusing, but this is a different thing. It was a terrible magical spell woven by elven mages and elven kind. And I would have an apology from the elves.
Anybody here know the elves?
I think Lady Laeral Silverhand is an elf. Or at least a half-elf.
She's not here.
No, she is human. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm sure someone on the council can ascertain an apology from someone on the council. King Malandrark, whose son you captured, you may be able to wring an apology from him.
Is Paventry an elf?
I think she may be.
What was the monk we met? Wasn't he an elf?
Mm-hmm. Let's find out together.
Leosin?
Yeah, isn't Leo an elf?
She is an elf. Romalia is. So that'll work.
We can try. Yeah. All you need
Romalia is practical enough that she would probably
do it.
Willing to do it.
You just need it like on a parchment with like a seal or something.
That would be sufficient. With a noble's crest. All of that. All the formalities. I want to hang it on my
Notarized
wall.
with like 3 proofs of
He
ID.
loves formalities, let me tell you. So much with the formalities.
Well, if something is worth doing, it is worth doing properly. And in triplicate.
You didn't inform them that they are showing up after the 3 days of ceremony we had to do just to start this meeting.
Well, if they had accepted our invitation on time, they would have met. They would have gotten here in time for the first 3 days of ceremony. What was that, little one? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, little dragons, they do like their rules and their order. Like it's all good. I understand.
Indeed. All right. Does Eleuthera have any stipulations?
these masks, they are all too much for the lesser races. You must give them to us.
Yeah, we were making a trade.
Yes, but I want to make sure that beyond this one, should you find any more, that we can continue this trade.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
Nymer.
Maybe like a.
Have we found any more?
No, not yet.
No.
I have a question before I do Nymar. Would Nymar sense the green dragon ore?
No,
Would
because
any
he's
of
not.
it?
Because he's not here.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right.
Lucky them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
No, the only, what do you think? Should I have a condition? I feel like I should have a condition. Should I have a condition? Do I have a condition?
You just love us. You want to see us succeed.
I really do.
Condition: you must succeed.
Yes, that's it. You must succeed. That is my condition. Don't you forget it.
You got to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
Oh, good. Someone finished it.
Dragon Mask, gotta get them off.
I'm sorry, all I can think of is, you're the best around.
There you go.
Ain't no one ever gonna keep you down.
Ain't no one ever gonna keep you down.
Dragon Mask, gotta catch them all.
All right, so they will take possession of this, of this, and
I acquire a Blinsky knockoff as trade.
Can we like give them an actual mask like made of metal, but just that?
It just looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like they're like whatever the mask is they're giving us, but I
Yeah.
mean like replace it in metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we traded. I got.
Is
one
there
that
any
looks like it.
functionality in this metal?
No, but I believe that you guys like shinies, so I want to make sure that you're being given something shiny in return.
I mean, true.
Protantor, you are the elder dragon here with far more wisdom and knowledge than the rest of us. Do these dragon masks call to each other? Is there a way to track them down? Like an infinity stone, perhaps.
I'm gonna need a definition of that.
I do recall there was a sage by the name of Diderius who delved in the ancient art of divination and the ability to trace different items. If you come across...
He was a human too, wasn't he? He was a human. Tell me he's a human, wasn't he?
And he was a human, but anyways, he, I believe, would be able to trace these items, but I had heard that his tomb had fallen into disrepair. Mordok said something.
Yeah, he's also very dead.
Oh, yes. Looks over at Eleuthera and says, that is the problem with these mortals. They're always dying at such inconvenient times.
This is less than ideal. Yes.
How long ago did he die? I wish to pay my respects.
Oh, I have no idea how long he died.
Millennia
we were
ago.
At his, millennia, yeah, we were at his temple, and it is in disrepair.
Millennia ago, you said?
That's what I believe.
Oh, well.
I don't have an exact date.
Oh, well, that's just puts a dampener on my entire day. Shame. Well, I suppose there's not a good way to track them, as it were. we could prevent this one from being tracked, which would force the cult to perhaps pursue other methods to attain their goals in resurrecting the Dark One. So.
Oh. Well, you were against tagging them all that time ago, so...
You're not wrong. We will also settle from your council, a share of the wealth. Our dragons, which will assist you and help, will help, but not for free. There is sure to be a great treasure that will be used as to summon and appease the Dark Mistress.
Gold tax.
As you wish. Do you agree?
I mean, gold. I don't even. You can have my share. I'm just here to help.
Understood.
I am but a simple kobold that absolutely loves you.
I will provide, as you have agreed to this. You have agreed to give each of the members of this council a share of the treasure. To gain a formal apology, and to give us any more of the dragon masks. In turn...
Trade for the other mask.
Apologies. Pardon my breach in decorum. Come to an arrangement regarding the remaining dragon masks to keep them safe. We will also grant you some boons. And I'm going to be...
I love the boons.
What was that?
I love the boons.
They will...
When we get to give out the boons.
They will give you a small case, a small box, and inside there will be some treasures, which I will be honest with you, we are going to figure out in between sessions. So the box has has items in there, one for each of you, and we'll figure out what those are very soon. So, a small treasure to help you on your way. And does anyone else have anything for Protanther or the rest of the dragons, or do the dragons have anything else they want to say? I guess we'll start.
I want the masks, if they're closely examined, to have a very small amount of abjuration magic on them that is meant to just be the smallest tracking beacon, because he wants to just tag them.
You've tagged it, and Protanther will let Eleuthera hold on to the dragon mask. I believe this will be safe with you.
Yes, we will not keep it on this plane. It will be much safer out of the material realm.
I concur. Nimur?
I have nothing to say about this. I'm still trying to think about the conditions.
I just want to see us succeed.
Mordock, do you have anything you'd like to say to the dragons? Maybe.
No, I'm good.
Patron?
Gotta get to my mic over my dog. No, I do not have anything I would like to add.
Mm-hmm. Rillick?
Rillick would like to GTFO as soon as possible.
You got it. Zed?
Love you guys. We'll be back. Bye.
See, I told you this, so amusing.
With that, the canary comes back and lands on the talon of Protanther, and he reaches it down and gives it to Patron. I remember a young dwarf who left his home ages ago in search of treasure and understanding. He had a fascination with canaries as well. Do hold on to this. And
I will.
in your darkest moment, if you need help, know that you can call upon Protanther to help you.
Thank you.
So the little canary you have, you can speak into it, and it will fly away and find Protanther.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. You should find a really good use for that. Like end of the campaign good. All right. Anything else for Zed? Everyone's good?
I said goodbye and I love them. What more do you need?
I hereby call this conclave of the dragons adjourned. Now then, if you would like to join us, heroes, we have a week of post-council rituals to attend to. You are more than happy to partake. And he begins setting up a miniature tent for you.
Oh my god, do dragons party for a week after this?
I think it's just more of just a ritual kind of thing.
And Nymor begins to. I will go get the elephants so we can eat.
Just gems for me, thank you.
I will begin the writing of the notes. So,
Well, we'll leave you to it. So we can go work on getting that apology, for you. Seems like fun. Don't take notes too hard. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Very good. Best of luck to you.
be safe, little ones.
All right, and we are going to
Bye.
come back in just a moment because I got to change everyone's name again. Ta-da! All right, I'll be back in just a moment. Hey everyone, we're back. Changed everyone's names back. Everything's good. The party has just concluded their council with these dragons, these ancient, incredibly powerful dragons, and now they are back meeting with the council. And Lady Laryl Silverhand is anxious to know what transpired. So, I will ask the party. So, tell me, what did they have to say?
Well, they've agreed to help on a few conditions.
Of course, dragons' conditions, which are?
A split of the final amount of treasure, all the dragons' masks, and apology.
An apology regarding...
Elves and some sort of something in the past.
Ha 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 ha! Leave it to the elves!
Councillor Froome, please contain your excitement. Would this be regarding the Draco Rage Mythal?
Sure, that
Yeah,
sounds right.
That's the thing.
Dragons' grudges do hold long grudges. Do you not agree, Romalia?
For millennia.
Would you have any objections to addressing such a concern?
Well, seeing as I had absolutely nothing to do with the Dragon Age mithril, if they will accept my apology, I'll be happy to draft one up in triplicate, as I know that gold dragons love things in triplicate.
I hear
I'll
the
get
golden.
right on it.
I hear the golden rule is 7.
Well,
You
I
did
do.
mention something about it being, official and a noble crest and all the. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Oh yes, I think I know exactly what a gold dragon looks for. I'll make it suitably pompous.
Well,
But you're saying they'll give us dragons?
it would appear that they will give us dragons.
Ha ha!
This is good news.
It is indeed. We can decide where we want to send these dragons to assist in different areas to save other areas. I believe that some of the dragons should stay here in Waterdeep to protect the people of Waterdeep and the other main civilizations. But what do you think, heroes?
Oh man, do we get to be dragon generals?
Kinda. What makes most sense are the main hubs of population to protect them and to limit the dragon's reach, although the people in the county may suffer.
Well, we know where the cult's been most active, right?
They have continued to have more and more. They have continued to have more and more influence as time has gone on.
Can we pull up the map, maybe?
I can pull up a map. They are attacking. We have reports of multiple attacks across. Let's go here. Hiya. Wait, nope. I want this. Here we are. The Sword Coast. Boom. Here's your night. There have been multiple attacks in different locations, and I am excited because I have pictures somewhere. Two seconds.
I'm sorry, Zelda.
Here we are.
Sorry, Mario.
We have attacks in Neverwinter. There have been attacks in Neverwinter, in Luskan, in Icewind Dale, and even in Dragonspear Castle.
No, not Dragonspear Castle.
The cult is continuing to grow bold and is continuing to slay wantonly, it appears.
Well, we definitely got to protect Neverwinter and Icewind Dale.
We can send a dragon to 10 towns to protect it. But we must
I
be...
hear there's some pretty awesome heroes in 10 towns. They probably can help with that problem.
Yeah, I've played some games in both of those places. I mean, what?
I mean,
That was many a time ago, and now I hear that the Ice Maiden is up there, wreaking many a hell.
But I hear that there's actually a drow who is a good drow.
last time I visited up there, it became 4 towns, so. Well, we're not going to talk about that.
But that's none of my business.
3.5 towns in my current campaign.
3.5 towns?
Yup.
Yep.
We wrecked the economy.
Let me tell you about that dragon. It's brutal. That's all I gotta say. And the timetable is not friendly.
No.
Anyways, if you've not played Icewind Dale, it's good. I liked it. There are parts of it I would change and things I would add to it. And eventually I will have a blog. I have it about half written, but I will have a blog about my feelings about that entire campaign. Because there's definitely a lot of stuff I love.
Did you watch John Carpenter's The Thing to get in the mood?
I did. I love it. All right. Anyways, so those are some of the things that are happening around the realm. As I see it, there are two solutions here. The first solution is that we protect the major civilizations. Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate. We can send them there, maybe even as far up as 10 towns as well, should we have the forces to spare. Or we could attempt to patrol and protect the people along the way, although the cities would be left open to dragon attacks. But if we protect Luskan, Neverwinter, and those places, and we do not protect the people, it is only a matter of time before they are slain, or we run out of crops and starvation, famine, and disease set in as people are driven to the cities.
I feel like we probably need to do a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Is there a way to get some dragons patrolling? What's the number of the forces you're giving us for this?
I will say, so a dragon can protect a 100-mile radius in around an area. So not very much.
And how many of those do we get?
Let's roll some numbers.
46.
How about this? There were 3 of them. Let's do 3d6 sounds good. 13. So you could definitely protect Baldur's Gate, El Terrell, Dragon Spear, Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Luskan, and Icewind Dale. That was what? 1, 2, 3. Here's another one. Daggerford. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be the large areas, and then Mithril Hall 9, which would only leave you 4 more left.
That only leaves us 4 left, and a big open area in between Mithril Hall, Neverwinter, and Waterdeep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Time to split the party? Ha ha.
No, I vote for we let the cities fend for themselves and defend and have them protect the gentry. Maybe send some to if Neverwinter, Luskan, Icewind Dale are being attacked, and we can send some there, and the rest be on generic patrol at Baldur's Gate and Waterdeep fend for themselves.
Okay.
That's my vote.
They do have some of them may suffer, but
They have significant forces. They're behind walls. The folks out in the countryside are just going to get slaughtered.
Yeah, I feel like...
Not to mention, a dragon can't even come into Waterdeep.
That's what the other places thought too.
No, there's a ancient... No dragon inside the walls of Waterdeep. There's a Keldon Blackstaff, is that his name?
Is it a mythal?
Oh yeah. Dragon Heist. It's been around forever.
All right. So we're gonna protect some of the places, but not all of them. Okay. We'll mark that on the map as far as places to save.
I do believe we can actually cover pretty good. So what? How many places? How many cities are we protecting? 4.
Luskin, Neverwinter. I think that was it. And
said
and,
you were-
and Icewind Dale.
You said they were attacking Luskin, Neverwinter, Icewind Dale, somewhere else.
Dragonford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Daggerford.
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 Mm-hmm.
If they're attacking there, we should defend there, and the rest should go on.
Yeah, I feel like with the rest, so that's 4. That leaves 9. By my estimations, if we put them in a line,
You can cover a fair amount of the stuff in between.
yeah, we can pretty much cover all the way from the River of Luskin all the way down to about a little bit past Daggerford, countryside wise, with dragons.
Sounds good. That's what we will do. We'll put all those people there. We will agree to the terms of. We will agree to the terms of. Go ahead.
It's longer than that.
Is it longer?
It's longer than that. It's a 100-foot radius, so the circle is 200 feet. So
Cool. So you can cover a fair amount of.
pretty much cover most of it.
Okay.
You're looking
In
at
fact,
covering-
I'm pretty
covering-
sure we can cover 98% of the map
Cool.
down on a straight line, which basically gives 200-foot coverage.
I mean, that is one dragon
Yeah.
per area, but yes, you can cover a fair amount of it if you cover the other areas. So you'll send the ones to the places they're being attacked to support, and then try and cover as much of the space as you can with patrolling dragons. I will not lie to you, the nobles will be unhappy having to split the treasure. I realize we do not need to worry about things now, as if we fail, the world may burn. But I do know how nobles can be. And that will be problematic.
I feel it is a small price to pay for the amount of protection.
I agree. I will try to soften the blow. Dagolt Neverember will undoubtedly try to get his hands on it, or lay claim, or what have you. But I do believe in Baldur's Gate, and Baldur's Gate may do so as well, claiming that it assisted from Greenest, but these are matters for another day. We agreed we will draft the letter. You have already given away the dragon mask, and we will discuss the possibility of giving away future dragon masks. We have...
We're actually not giving it away. We actually kind of negotiated a trade for the dragon masks.
Yeah, look at this.
And take out the knock. I take out the knockoff that looks just like it.
I mean, devil's in the detail. We didn't actually specify what they were trading to us for all of the dragon masks, just this one.
The council will deliberate upon this information, but in the meantime, information has come to us through Councillor Haventree's network of operatives that a senior member of the Cult of the Dragons seeks to defect from the group. Before I tell you what he is offering, Councillor Haventree, what do you make of this information? A senior member looking to defect from the group.
Well, this is most serious. I'm not sure exactly how she would respond to this information, other than
it's probably a trap.
There you go. It's probably a trap.
Councillor Froome? Your thoughts?
It is the nature of the beast to fight amongst itself. We would expect to see this sort of thing come up eventually.
I suppose...
There's always going to be one snitch.
But do you think that it is a trap?
There's always a chance for that sort of thing, but... I mean, if we prove resourceful and go into it knowing this, then... we can at least make the most of it.
I do believe that a smaller team, such as our agents, would fare better, but I would like to ask their opinion. Tell me, Mordock, what do you make of this?
Well, we have virtually no details other than someone wants to defect, so it's hard to say for sure, but it's probably a trap, and if we go in prepared for a trap and it isn't, then
I will tell
no
you
harm.
more information. The defector is held up in a fortress known as Zonthal's Tower, which was recently overtaken by the cult. It is a magical tower, and this cultist, or soon-to-be former cultist, is offering up a dragon mask as part of his plea for aid. So,
no, trap or not, we can't pass. And it's all aboard. So,
Patron, what do you
That
make?
is always the nature of traps. They're always too good to pass up.
It's true. Patron, what do you
Of
make of
course.
this?
I feel like the possibility of a trap is outweighed by the possibility of the information we could gain.
The possibility of a trap is outweighed by the possibility of the information you could gain. An interesting take. And Rillick,
I think the closer we can get to cultists, the sooner we can purge the land of them.
an aggressive stance. Zed, small one.
Dragon masks, gotta catch 'em all.
Valdis rolls her eyes.
He hasn't quit singing it since we left the council. Ugh.
Dragon masks.
I do believe that it is that the risk is worth it to approach this Zonthal's tower and to have you go and find this dragon mask and bring it back. With this defector, he could have more information. We are still interrogating the rider that you brought back, but he seems to be resistant to our current methods. Hopefully we'll be able to find more information from him. So, Councillor Froome, I propose that we move forward with the operation. Do you?
I think sending in this lot will do us a wonderful time in finding out if this is truly the resource that I expect it could be.
Councillor Haventry.
Yes, I agree. I think it's a trap, but you know what my old master used to say? Spring the trap.
Get the cheese.
It is, yes, the second mouse does get the cheese. I do believe that it may be a trap as well, and quite frankly, the cult could be trying to lure our agents, who have proven resourceful and have driven the cult away more than once. But I believe that they will continue to prove resourceful in the future. The This gives me pause and much to think about. But I agree. We will send them to Zonthal's tower to see what they can learn. Besides, we have more pressing matters to attend to at the moment. Agents, you are entrusted with the power of the Council of Waterdeep and to act in accordance with our wishes. We appreciate all that you have done so far, and all that you will do in the future. Good luck, and may Mistra be with you. We must deal with the counselor from Thay. If you'll give us the room. And does anyone have anything else before we end this council session? Excellent. All right. Well, we will go ahead. I think this is a good place to cut it. The council sessions are usually a little bit shorter. We had a lot of stuff going on this time, but there we go. So, thank you all so much for joining us. For tonight's council session. Thank you so much to our special guests. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will be taking a brief hiatus next week as Open Heart Games will be attending Hoop and Stick Con at Ravenwood Castle and helping them to raise money for their charity as well. And there are actually several items currently that you can bid on, including one item which includes a $200 valued private session with me, and I will run a session for you, either Call of Cthulhu or Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, or if there's something special you want to run and we can work it out, happy to do that as well. So, if you like what it is that
What's the name of the con again?
Hoop and Stick, like the old game.
Hoop. Oh, hoop.
Yes,
I thought
hoop.
you said hoop. And,
Nope.
There it is.
Hoop and
Okay.
stick.
All right. There we
Yeah,
are.
they've been doing hoop and stick for a long time.
Yeah, it's like one of the original games. Yeah. Hoop.
Okay.
I need to enunciate better. Hoop and Stick Con at Ravenwood Castle, and that'll be next weekend. So we will not have a session, and we will start into Zonthal's Tower. If you like what we do here at Open Heart Games, you can help us out in several different ways. You can give us a like on Facebook, on Instagram. You can also follow us on our YouTube page, here on Twitch. If you have an Amazon Prime account, or if you just love us, you can also subscribe to our channel as well. And if you'd like, one of the things that we do that is near and dear to our hearts is we raise money for our local children's hospital, Roanoke Carillion Children's, and you can do that here by donating to extra-life.org/team/open-heart-games. And there's also a link if you're watching this on YouTube as well. Thank you all so much. Does anyone have anything before we adjourn for the evening?
I want to be the very best.
Also, just be a 12-year-old space orc made of spores and power your world by imagination.
There you go. That's what you should do. I'm also. I'll briefly say this, and then we'll sign off. And I'll sign us off in the old-fashioned way. I'm actually gonna get to play for the first time in like a long time, and I'm gonna play a Wildfire Druid, and I'll give you a full report next time. With that, have a great time. Have a great evening. Thank you all so much, and of course, take heart.